Tonight, the brutal attack inside Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's home. Her husband, Paul Pelosi, beaten with a hammer in the middle of the night. Police and the FBI believe Speaker Pelosi was the intended target. A man identified by police as 42-year-old David DePape breaking into the Pelosi's San Francisco home. Sources telling ABC News the suspect entered through a glass door, shouting, quote, "Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy?" Speaker Pelosi was not home, but her 82-year-old husband, Paul, was. The men coming face to face. Police arriving on scene around 2:30 a.m., moments before the violent attack, witnessing it firsthand.
Our officers observed Mr. Pelosi and the suspect both holding a hammer. The suspect pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently assaulted him with it. Our officers immediately tackled the suspect, disarmed him, took him into custody, requested emergency backup, and rendered medical aid.
Pelosi and the suspect both taken to the hospital, the Speaker's office saying he is expected to make a full recovery. The alleged attacker facing multiple charges, including attempted homicide, burglary, and assault with a deadly weapon. The suspect's online social media pages show multiple false conspiracy theories relating to COVID-19, the 2020 election, and the federal government. A heavy law enforcement presence at the home as San Francisco Police, Capitol Police, and the FBI are now jointly investigating. Authorities still trying to determine a motive. The suspect's alleged call for Pelosi chillingly similar to the chants during the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
Nancy! Oh, Nancy!
Bring her out here! Hey! We're coming in if you don't bring her out!
Just 2 months ago, a rioter who carried a gun into the Capitol and threatened Speaker Pelosi was sentenced to more than 7 years in prison. Several men have been convicted in recent years of threatening the Speaker, and the Pelosi home was vandalized just last year. With just 11 days until midterm elections, the attack comes as threats of violence against lawmakers is at an all-time high. Capitol Police investigating some 9,600 cases of concerning statements and threats just last year, more than doubling since 2017. In the wake, some lawmakers have sought additional protection for their families, and this year, some government funding has been provided for lawmakers' homes.
Yeah, so many questions on this, Marlo. We know Speaker Pelosi was in Washington. Was there security at the home or not, because she wasn't there? And I gather there's talk tonight of heightened security moving forward, not only for the Pelosis, but for other leaders who have faced these threats.
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well, and peace and blessings with sincerity to the hopeful elect. May salvation be in your futures. So there's a saying in the world, and it goes, your chickens have come home to roost. And it simply means your past mistakes or wrongdoings have come back to haunt you or cause you problems. And that's what you're witnessing with these politicians, these lawmakers, okay, the kings and princes, okay, of this modern time. And this is going to lead to my first precept. This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. And it reads, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." And woe means destruction. All right. So woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right. And through the stroke of a pen, these lawmakers pass these unrighteous decrees, this wicked legislation, okay, to bring hell upon the people, the masses, okay? And that's because Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And we know pertaining to Malachi 1:4 that the wicked is Esau Edom, all right? Who is known today as Caucasians or the white man, Caucasian race, okay? Their biblical nationality, all right, are Edomites, okay? And they are in the leader seat or rulership, okay, of this current empire. So this is going to take us to Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. And it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's what you're witnessing. The people are mourning, okay? Because due to this wicked rulership and not ruling your empire properly, you're putting a strain on the people, all right? And the people feel as if they have no other option but to lash out. Because what? They've tried it your way. They've voted Democrat, Republican. You know, they've allowed you to steal all this tax money. You know, Pelosi lives in what, a $6 million house that got vandalized. Okay. They see their modern day kings and princes living lavishly while they're on the bottom struggling. All right. So the people are mourning. Okay. And they're lashing out. And this is why violent threats against lawmakers have doubled. Because the people are fed the fuck up. Pardon my French. But the Lord prophesied about these things and said that these things were going to happen in the latter days. And we are in those times, or these times. Okay? And things are only going to get worse from here on out. Okay? Because this inflation isn't going to get better. The housing market, the car market, these things are not going to get better. Okay? We're coming into a time of a catastrophic crash. Okay? We're already in a recession, and it's going to lead to the greatest depression that the world has ever seen, which the Bible describes as Jacob's trouble, a time like never before. Jeremiah 30:7, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So let's get another precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16, and it reads, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their hand. And that's what you witness. Okay. When this man broke into Nancy Pelosi's home and assaulted her 82-year-old husband, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was 82, with a hammer. Okay. Which by the sound of the story, you know, it seems like he pried it out of, you know, Nancy Pelosi's husband's hands and hit him upside the head with it. All right. But what does it say? 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. All right. This man kicked in their glass door. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So he didn't care that this was a government official, somebody held in high regards in this world. It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And the course of his actions stood in his power. He had the power to kick in that door, break in, and assault her husband. Okay? And this is just the beginning, man. This is just the slight contractions, man. These are slight contractions, slight labor pains. All right? But when we come to the point when this water breaks, those floodgates open, you people are going to be in a world of hurt. Thus saith the Lord. So, if you're an Israelite, all right, and I'm speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, now is the time to repent as you're seeing these contractions coming and fastly getting worse. Okay? So, Lord's willing, this was edifying. It wasn't meant to be a long lesson. Just a quick hit. All right, pay attention, be circumspect to the times that we're living in, and repent. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shalom, Israel. Wa abad babal. Kwam Yasharallah.